I have auditing Scientology with me here. I didn't get to hear most of Aaron's stream today. I'll have to go and watch the replay while we were taking a break. I listened to like, I don't know, a few minutes of it. Crossing the street here. Thank you. Trying not to get run over. I did have the crosswalk. Okay, you guys want to see what they did to my chalk? Oh, hello. What?
It's safer when I have the red light.
Yeah. I mean, the crosswalk was on. It was counting down. So yeah, here's what they did to my beautiful chalk that I did earlier. Scrubbed it off. Ooh, my gimbal just went wonky on me. Still have the curtain in front of the door though. I don't think they ever take that off now. We did that. We should be so proud. Okay, let's go around the other side. I'm not gonna write too much. I don't have much chalk left. I think I only have one color, but we figured we'd hang out till 2 o'clock today. It's 1:15 right now. It's about 45 minutes. Give them some down stats. We don't know if they actually get down stats from us being here, but we figure it's funny either way. Okay, let's see if I can get my stand rocking. Get some more.
Other side of the building where you said, if you clean this off, you're in a cult. It looks like they gave that extra attention. In other words, when I recall it, I must see, like spear chalk.
Oh, that's bizarre.
It looks like it's all gone.
That's
Unless
funny.
I misremember where you had it.
I'll have to go look. Yeah, I only have one color left, so I have to order more chalk. I'm running low. I've run out of all the really bright, bold colors. I think these two are two different colors. They're very, very similar. I think one's like maybe a white, and the other one's like a light yellow. The first thing they scrubbed off was the freeloader debt, and that's the part that I'm going to write back down. Let's see. Go here, go here. Get my chat pulled up so I can see you guys. Let's go ahead and turn on subscriber mode. There we go. How's it going? Hey, Tyler. Sorry it took me a minute to see your comment. Trying to get all set up here. We're not going to be out here for much longer. I think about 45 minutes, just until 2, just to affect their stats. Freeloader. That. Do I have any pieces? Any little pieces? Pieces of anything bright. Here we go. Some pieces of pink and pieces of orange. Freeloader dead. It's not. Enforceable. Two, 6, 5, 7, 9, 7. You are loved, and you can leave. Okay. Not as fancy as my original, but you know, it works. Wreck those stats. Yay! You don't have to route out, just go. Ooh, I like that. You don't have to route out. I am actually writing that. Thank you. Let me actually write that down on my notes. Let's see. You don't have to route out. Okay. Okay. Let's see. You don't have to route out. You don't have to route out. Just leave. Just leave today. I like that. You don't have to route out. I added that to my list. Thank you, Twyla. Or Twilla? Twyla. I don't think there's a double L. Not that that matters with a name. Hey there, Portland SB. How's it going? We're just laying down a little bit more chalk before 2 o'clock. Crashing stats. We don't know if we actually crash the stats, but it's fun to imagine. Did you guys actually want to see what I wrote? You probably wanted to see what I wrote, huh? I forget you can't see what I see. You don't have to route out. I don't know. Just leave today. No, it's just I'm just talking. You are loved. You can leave. Freeloader debt is not enforceable. And then the SBTV Foundation phone number, which I try to leave that as many times as possible. The SBTV Foundation phone number, just to give them a. Sorry about that. Hopefully, give them it enough times that they start to memorize it. Okay. Let's see. Get you guys a view of the front door and the sidewalk. Get some more of this chalk. All I have is the white and the light yellow left, and then pieces of other colors.
You got some square there, the yellow.
Yeah. Let's see, I have a little bit of green there. And a piece green. Let's see what else I have. So, that's the same color. Maybe I don't have any white left. Maybe I just have these light yellows. I will order more of those this week. So I have a whole whole arsenal next time. Okay. You can't buy Do you have a real name, and do you find yourself talking to yourself at home, on the tube, or shopping as though you're doing a live? No, I do not find myself talking as though I am doing a live. I struggle to talk when I'm live. Uh, Mike and I were talking about that during our break, that both of us are not like one-way conversationalists. We kind of like the back and forth of the conversation. So it's I struggle to really find things to say on my live. But my real name is Allie. It's what my mommy called me. I can't buy your way to spiritual freedom. Way to spiritual freedom. Hey, no face. You can't buy your salvation. Yep, exactly. You cannot buy your salvation. You're fine. You can walk on it. You're not gonna hurt it. Hey. And then over here, let's see. We'll just go ahead and do the bridge to total bankruptcy without the hopscotch. Bridge to total bankruptcy this way. We'll walk it this direction. To total.
You gonna do the hopscotch bridge again, huh?
Nah, I'm just gonna ride it out. Hmm? Oh, do I? Bankruptcy? Oh, thank you. Awesome. He said I have a spelling error. He could absolutely be right. Let me check. When you're out here. Where do I have that one? There it is. Yeah. I like that though. He's like, wait a second. You spelled that wrong. Probably should correct that. I probably spelled it wrong the first time around too. This way. Okay, I think that is all I have in me for today for the chalking. So we're gonna hang out till 2 o'clock. See if we get any raw meat coming in. We got a few last time. Caught a few, I should say, last time, and helped them know what Scientology was actually about. So we have Bridge to Total Bankruptcy, spelled correctly, thanks to the postman. This way. And then over here we have the You Can't Buy Your Way to Spiritual Freedom. And I think we're just gonna kind of hang out here until till 2 o'clock. Let's see. Let's do that. Switch you guys around. A little Mini Cooper Countryman behind me. Pull up the chat. Where will you go in your new body when Earth's not available? Yeah, the whole live stream thing is very strange to me. Talking to, you know, chat as though you're like a collective individual, like that's just very, very odd. Um, I definitely like the pull my drink out here. I definitely like it when people ask questions or when people, make a comment that I can like respond to, because that helps me with. I didn't actually turn this back on. Do you want me to stand that? Since we're kind of just gonna be standing here together. Um. So yeah, I like being able to respond to chat, actual like questions and or comments, instead of having to think up what to say on my own. Oh wow, several people streaming right now. That's awesome. Earlier today it was just the two of us.
Summer here that more people would be
Mm. Just hung out for, I don't know how long we were hanging out. I guess I have to look at the clock. A couple of hours, hour and a half maybe. Got an iced coffee. Yeah, on these hot days, iced coffees are amazing. To be fair, mine are just random nonsense. You mean like your comments are random nonsense, or if you're do you live stream? Like when you're live streaming? Have you heard of Headbangers in KC? I want to catch a band there, but not sure about the area. Headbangers. I don't recognize that. Headbangers? Do you recognize that here in KC?
headbangers.
Yeah.
Of course,
Hey.
I'm not a party person.
No, neither of us recognize that. Um, I Ooh. I grew up very sheltered. I grew up in not a cult, but in a very conservative, um, religious family. Um, so I was not allowed to listen to secular music, much secular music. There were a few bands here and there, but most of them were like older bands. But I wasn't allowed to listen to like popular what was on the radio and stuff. So I had to catch up with that like as an adult after I came out of all of that. Um, I don't want to call it brainwashing, but just indoctrination. That's a good way to put it. Indoctrination. When I came out of all that indoctrination, could you listen to gangster rap? That would be a no.
How about where you draw the line between indoctrination and brainwashing?
Yeah. Where do you draw the line between indoctrination and brainwashing?
But wherever that line is, I think Scientology is well past it.
Yes. Yeah. So if you listen to Mike's story, have you told your story much on stream?
I have a video my first video that I put out a couple of months ago. I gave my history.
So Mike actually grew up in a cult. Um, so he has quite the story about growing up in the cult that he grew up in.
Scientology is it's either much worse than the cult I grew up in, or maybe I was acclimated to that cult because I've had relatives that were in it, and 20 years later they realized, yeah, well, that was a cult.
Yeah. So I did not grow up in a cult, but I grew up in a very, very strict, legalistic, conservative household. Um, so yeah, so I had to catch up on music. I'm still catching up, even to this day. Some people will talk about bands, and I'll be like, "I'm sorry, I don't know that." They're like, "You don't know Nirvana?" Like, "Oh no, I'm sorry, I don't," because I mean, I do now, obviously, 'cause, I said it, but I don't, I just don't have, I don't have that music knowledge.
When I was a teenager, I managed to overthrow the cult, and I also started smoking.
Yeah,
So I did a good thing and a bad thing. Fortunately, I was able to give up the smoke.
nice.
Normal teenage rebellion.
I was not a rebellious teenager at all. I was a toe the line teenager. Um, so yeah, I barely even like snuck anything as a teenager. Like I didn't. My parents pretty much could wholeheartedly trust me. Just ran an anagram of Scientology. Some of the results are hilarious. I bet they are. Colon gets ye. I'm the same way with movies. Haven't seen too many. Yeah, yeah. Um, so I mean, yeah, movies were a similar thing. Now, kids movies. Growing up, I watched a lot of kids movies.
Typical Walt Disney kind of thing.
Yeah, typical Walt Disney. I grew up watching The Little Mermaid and Lady and the Tramp. All of those. Um,
So when you became a teenager, and movies that would appeal to a teenager, were you allowed to watch those?
no. The first R-rated movie I saw in a theater after I had turned 17, and I did have to show my ID to get the ticket, and it was The Matrix.
Okay.
So
I remember, have I seen that movie? Yeah, I've at least seen excerpts of it.
yeah,
I don't think there was a lot of sex in that movie, was there? Just a lot of violence? Or maybe not too much.
I don't actually. It's been so long since I've seen The Matrix. I don't remember. I don't remember. I did see, but it was rated PG-13. I did see Titanic when I was 13. I saw that. That was a big deal that my mom let me go see Titanic. And she didn't take me. A friend of hers took her. My mom's friend was like, "Your daughter needs to see this movie. She's a 13-year-old girl." And she was right. I needed to see that movie as a 13-year-old girl. They had a there was nudity. There was nudity in the Titanic. It was artistic. So yeah, he like draws her nude. Yeah. Um, but they got away with it as a PG-13 because it was artistic. Yeah. We have a Sciento coming in. Incoming. I'm pretty sure we've seen her before, right? Good afternoon. Yeah. No. I tend to find new music on YouTube to me, then realize that it's 10 plus years old and it's way better than the 50 million viewed new crap. Huh. Yeah. Yeah. I definitely have um, a different relationship with music than like some of my friends do. You know, a lot of my friends have that nostalgic feeling with music, you know, where like, oh, this was the song, you know, when such and such happened in my life. And I really just don't have that. I grew up listening to like worship albums and um, Amy Grant, Stephen Curtis Chapman, uh, DC Talk. Try to think of others. Reliant K. So like I grew up listening to all of the popular like Christian music. Um, so yeah, it was good afternoon. Yes, Amy Grant. What is sad, I know, I know. What is sad is I could probably still sing along to most of her songs. It's a little depressing. I've tried to forget, but I tell you what, if I hear one of her songs, like, you know, somewhere, if I'm out somewhere, uh, you know, and like Heart in Motion comes on the radio in the store I'm in, it's like I can sing that song. Yeah, declared Dave. So yeah, we took a little bit of a break, and then we decided that we'd come back. Let me see if I can rotate this. They'd washed off all our chalk, so we came back and did a little bit more, and then we figured we'd stick around till 2 to crash their stats. Yeah, so we have about 8 more minutes. Yeah. So I mean, in a very strange way, I have nostalgia for like Amy Grant songs.
What song? Immigrant song?
Amy Grant.
Oh, Amy Grant. Okay.
Yeah. Yep.
She's a Christian artist, right? Or was she a Christian?
Mm-hmm. No, I mean, for all intents and purposes, I mean that was her music until she crossed over at some point.
Yeah. Well, it's kind of what you grew up listening to.
Yeah.
There are kids who play Beatles.
Yeah. All of the Scientology music that they play like out in LA, like the Flag is Here song and Yeah, We Stand Tall. It so much reminds me of like the pop worship music, like the Christian pop worship music. It's so similar. It's so cringe.
Right. Yeah, that's let's see, what's his name? Seth Andrews, I think. He used to be a Christian radio host, and he switched over and became an atheist. And he made that criticism of Christian. It's not being mainstream culture.
But it's cringe.
Yeah.
So much happens when I'm in meetings. Same, declared Dave. Same. Yeah. I so Thursday, because I can make my own schedule, I've put aside Thursday now as like my day off where, you know, I come out and do this and whatnot. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, I can miss so much. I can miss so much that happens. The Power of Source is way worse. I haven't heard that one. Is that a song? The Power of Source? Okay, I'm gonna have to look that up. I haven't. I have heard the Elron singing the
Elron himself singing.
yes, the
Okay.
I I did this for you song or something like that. I can't remember. It's the first Scientology album.
Singer as I am.
Uh
I was told
it's
that's it. I was told that's it.
um oh, what is the one that he sings that Elron sings? But it's like I write just for you is the lyrics. Like uh but yeah, you should look it up. It's cringe. It's cringe.
Might be a YouTube video of it. This channel has a bunch of lectures, including the one where he describes the OT3 story of XeNews and the body fake.
Yeah, he's not even sure. Christian rock slash pop in one ear and out ear the other. Done by the Apollo Stars. That was the jazz band that was on the ship, the Apollo in the 60s and 70s. You have to look it up. The album cover is hilarious. I will look that up. I will look that up. The music is horrendous. I'm sure it is. I'm sure it is. Wyandotte is that direction? Yeah, so you're on 18th. So it should be 18. It's Wyandotte is a block west of Maine, isn't it?
Maybe, I'm not sure.
Yeah. Yeah, you're going the right way. Do we even need to bring up Creed? So interesting about that. I was not allowed to listen to Creed growing up. Creed was too secular. I think we got another. Hey there. How's it going? Ooh, we got the stink eye. You see that?
Well, we had a somewhat cordial discussion. We didn't agree, but it was cordial a week or two ago.
Oh, is that the same guy? I have really bad facial recognition. Right. I have really bad facial recognition.
I wonder how much they've sick checked him. I wonder how much he's paying for that.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. That may be why he gave us a stink eye. You guys got me in trouble last time.
As far as I can tell, we didn't change the right bit.
No. It was not. It was a Dianetics hat. Yeah, it said Dianetics on it. Yes, I grew up in a very religious household. Yeah, I grew up in a very legalistic Christian conservative household. Not technically a cult, but severe indoctrination.
So we got 2 more minutes.
Yeah, which is why I resonate so well with Sea Org members dedicating their life to what they believe in, because um, I went to missionary training school. I almost became a lifelong missionary for the religion I grew up in. And I understand that. Like, I understand dedicating your life to what you believe in.
As a missionary, you would not ever be asked to wash chalk off the sidewalk.
Yeah, not that I know of. Yeah, so the deconstruction that I went through the deconstruction process of breaking down my belief system. And I mean, it took years, and it's rough. It's rough to deconstruct what you believe. Um, you almost have to break it down to, you know, the foundation of, who you are. A lot of times it's wrapped. I'm live streaming here. Who you are uh, is wrapped up in what you believe. I don't know if you guys can hear all this background noise, including the music, but it's loud for us. Strict to the point of traumatic. Um, I wouldn't say strict to the point of traumatic in the same way that some of my friends who grew up in the same group would have been traumatized. They had, like, their parents weren't. I had wonderful. I have not had. I have incredible parents. I have wonderful parents. My parents are loving, supportive. Um, they went through the deconstruction with me, so like we're all out of that really, you know. Uh, so even though we were all in that really strict environment, my parents. Uh, I grew up in a very safe household, so not traumatic like some of my friends who would have grown up in not as safe households, and their religion was used kind of against them. So not traumatic in that way. Uh, I was raised Presbyterian, Baptist in a Baptist church, joined a non-denom, married the first time in a Methodist church, divorced, and then married again in a Presbyterian church. Woo! A little bit of religious whiplash there. Now I'm not into organized religious congregations anymore. So the couple of people that have just gone into the cult, yes, they are very aware that we are protesting Scientology. The lady I think we've talked at multiple times. The male, Mike, started up an actual conversation with him one of the previous times. Had a conversation with him. I kind of came in and ruined it. I shouldn't have talked, but I did. Um, well, I feel like I took over the conversation. Anyway, that guy doesn't like us at all. He knows what we're out here doing. Oh, do my parents know I'm out here protesting? Context. Oh, sorry, what were you saying about the guy?
I said I don't think we had an insulting conversation. It was
No.
an exchange of ideas. So
Correct. Yeah. We weren't mean to the guy at all.
call him an idiot or anything like that.
Mm-mm. No, we were conversing. Yes, my parents know that I come out here, so um, yes, they are aware that I am out here protesting Scientology, and they're very aware of the fact that I, you know, did a deep dive into Scientology. You know, every family get together, it's like, you know, I start talking about Scientology, and they all go, "Oh, she's talking about Scientology again." Like, it's the thing. So I've actually started, if I decide to start talking about Scientology with my family, I now go, So this one time in Scientology, and I start the conversation that way because, to be like, I get it. I know I always talk about Scientology, but nope, there's a, oh, he's going out to the trash. Let me turn you guys around. And, um, yeah, that does a good mail basket. It's been hard for my family to understand why I'm doing this whole anti-Scientology stuff. Oh, interesting. Yeah, my family just kind of thinks like good for you for standing up for what you believe in, and like also kind of thinks it's weird, like not like in a bad weird way, just kind of like a like that's what you've decided to do with your time. So, um, my awesome cousin is basically stuck in Jehovah's Witness. The When she's been through is very similar to Scientology. I've literally told her you're in a cult to her face, but she can't leave. Yeah. So, yeah, Jehovah's Witness is pretty rough too. I had a friend while I was a missionary, while I was in like the missionary training program, and I was, like quote unquote on the field, like the missionary field. I met a Jehovah's Witness who knocked on my door, and we did, like Bible studies together to like compare notes on what we believed. And I actually convinced her to leave, like with what I was showing her. Now, granted, I don't even believe what I was showing her now, but what I was showing her then, um, I don't know. I don't know if that's even true, but anyway, she left. She left Jehovah's Witness after that.
It's a very versatile book.
It says.
You can get any meaning out of it you want, particularly the book of Revelation.
Oh my gosh.
It can mean whatever you want it to mean.
Yep, you're not kidding.
There are people who made lots of money pretending to understand it.
This is very true. Really? I've never had a blog. I don't know where that guy went. I didn't actually. I wasn't paying attention to where. Did he go to the trash can or did he go to a vehicle? Oh, interesting. I was reading chat, so. Well, it's after 2. We've probably officially crashed their stats. I don't know. I have no idea if us being out here does anything for their stats. I'll take you guys around into the chalk real quick, and then we'll probably sign off. Oh, class size. Yeah, that's true. So we have. You don't have to route out. Just leave today. You are loved. You can leave. And freeloader debt is not enforceable with the back there. And then, trying to get the gimbal to do what I want it to do. I ran out of chalk today, so after they washed away my first batch, and then we came back and did a second batch, and we had enough to do a little bit. So I only had yellow and green left for the most part, and then a couple little pieces. You can't buy your way to spiritual freedom.
So the last
And then we have a walking one over here. So you have to kind of walk down the sidewalk to read it. And the very polite postman pointed out a spelling error, so I fixed that also. So we have bridge to total bankruptcy, which is apparently spelled with a C, this way. And then the arrows go to the door. So yeah. So that's all she wrote. Let's see. Okay, well thanks guys again. Second second time around. It's kind of fun doing the coming back and re-chalking after they wash it off. The only org that is upstat is flag. Is that actually true? Is that true that the only that are all these orgs actually literally downstat, or are we guessing that? Every time someone has to come and clean your message is chipping away at their indoctrination. I honestly hope so. I really do. Her dad, my uncle, is a police senior who still controls my aunt and won't allow my mom's sister to even talk to her. Both sisters. Oh, that's rough. That's rough. Yeah, cults are rough. Cults just tear families apart. Strong belief systems tear families apart, you know? I mean, it just, yeah. When I'm right, you're wrong, you know, and the fact that I'm right and you're wrong means I can't associate with you. That, yeah. And there's no, like, abuse or toxicity, because I understand people disconnecting from people who are actually toxic. Um, we can all agree cults suck. Yes, that is a very good way to end this life. We can all agree cults suck. That may become my sign off. And we can all agree cults suck. Anyway, thank you guys so much. Appreciate it, and we will see you next time. And I will see you guys. Oh wait, let's 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 see who else is streaming. I gotta keep remembering to do this. Let's see who else is streaming. Ooh, quite a few. Okay. Ooh, that's hard to choose. Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. I was trying to look at views. I'm back to Scientology. Miss me. Okay, so Mike G5033 in Portland. Copy link. Oops. Go back. This is a really long sign off. Sorry, guys. I know there's not very many of you left. That's fine. There's the link. We'll see you guys next time. Thanks.